Still says well, fair. We're live. Be good, be good.
Hello, Doug from Nerdarchy here, hanging out with a few nerds with the super team of nerds to play Marvel Superheroes RPG with Professor Bill handling the action, and I will pass it over to him to take care of us.
And I'm going to pass it right back to you because you forgot something.
What's that?
Come on, man.
Oh.
You have one job.
Oh, the panhandling. Hey, it's my first day on the job. I'm already messing up. Got to panhandle the internet. We got a GoFundMe going on to get the Nerdarchy guys out to LA to be on GM Tips with Satine Phoenix. And there's a link in the description. If you've already given or shared, we definitely thank you for your generous support. And if you haven't, you go check it out. Just share the link and help us get out there. They want to do a lot of cool things like hang out with fans, do some gaming and stuff in addition to being on the program. So please check that out in the description below.
All right. So that being said, yeah, I actually just got paid and I got to make another donation myself because I really want to see these guys get out there. So, okay, we got a couple people in the chat, guys. Please do not forget to have your percentile dice ready because I am planning on starting something really soon with you guys jumping in and trying to kill these guys. Only 3 people today. Ted and Dave is away on personal business. Kyle is Kyle. I don't know where Kyle is. Nobody knows where Kyle is. Kyle, if you do show up in the chat anywhere, remember you're actually kind of supposed to be in this game. In the meantime, I've only got 3 people to kill this episode. So when Galactus shows up, that was a personal request by Ty, by the way. Okay, so when you suck, Kyle. Wow. So nothing's private here, Ty.
The problem is if he shows up in the YouTube chat, then we can shake our fists at him.
Exactly. Vehemently. So
yes.
When last we left off, you guys had just got finished taking down Bastion, who was posing as what's his name? Arcade.
Mm-hmm.
When that happened, also we see that extraneous circumstances has caused a Terrigen reaction in our resident Inhuman, that's Doug. So, and mind you, while usually only Terrigen crystals, Terrigen mist will cause the Terrigenesis, specific reactions, namely specifically towards the power set that the Inhuman is bound to have, will cause Terrigenesis. So since he got massively electrocuted, Doug was exposed to the main reaction of what he essentially will become. So what powers did you get for this?
Oh, I got sort of basically
Doug?
basically got electromagnetic control, magnetic manipulation, and I can transform my body into electricity. So I'm looking forward to using that and my meta-knowledge of comics to cause some havoc.
Correct. And if I remember correctly, it was Incredible 40 magnetic manipulation and Excellent 20 body transformation into electricity.
That is correct. That's what I wrote down on my sheet.
So, awesome. So as a power stunt, you can always get electrical generation since you generate it anyway. And yeah, that'll transfer into anything. So pretty much power stunts are yours for anything electrical, magnetical, or gravitational. So, and let's see how, and you can even transform your body into things like that. So
I wrote down gravity with a big exclamation point because I will definitely mess with that.
Nice. Okay, so Fernando Q is here, ready to roll some dice. Zarif Gaming, we just started. Make sure you get your percentiles out. We're going to need your help to kill these guys. And Marvel X42, love your name. Take an extra 20 karma points, and we're going to have you jump in this also and try and kill these guys. So what happens is, after about 2.5 to 3 hours, Doug finally comes out of his cocoon. You guys are sitting there talking. The X-Men are there. You guys can, if there's anything specific that any of you guys want to discuss with each other or with the X-Men, Doug would have to be out of this conversation, but you can still hear everything. Then by all means, now would be the time. Take that as a no. Therefore, okay. So,
passing up an exclusive interview with the X-Men?
You absolutely can.
I just want a cigar and like a cool Wolverine leather X-Men jacket.
All right. We'll see what we can get you. In the interim, so the X-Men are sitting there talking, and what do you call it? Rachel Gray is going to come over to you after you finally come out of your cocoon. Everybody's like, like, oh my God, wow, that's kind of cool. But at the same time, they're also a little bit suspicious of you, Doug, because they did just get finished having the Inhumans versus X-Men war. That was a big deal. A lot of the X-Men finally realized that Black Bolt of the Inhumans did not actually kill Cyclops, but all of them still saw it, even though it was an illusion by Emma Frost manipulating everybody, because that's what she does. But they still have that image fresh in their head. So nobody really, even though the Inhumans lost so much by giving up the Terrigenesis cloud at the time, they still have a hard time trusting you guys. And Rachel Gray walks up to you and she, discusses her own trepidation, but at the same time, she knows that you're a noble person, and she tries to reassure you, that they're going to try and work things out, eventually.
She's obviously not reading my mind then if she thinks I'm a noble person. But I would probably try to, speak with her about, like, look, I know this is a difficult, stressful time for your people and the Inhumans, but you've been through so much together, and I definitely think the good outweighs the bad. And you more than many people would know how much things can get distorted through time.
Yes, and they also know about perseverance. So
absolutely, yeah.
I'm laughing at the chat. Marvel, X42, and Xerath Gaming have really good points. So some of it's directed towards you, Ty. What do you call it? So yeah, she is going to mention, actually Kitty Pryde is there talking about it also, but Prestige, Rachel Gray, is they're both discussing how they have to leave. Like the world is changing. Captain America has changed. I know a lot of guys in the chat who are reading the current comics. Guys, I understand Secret Empire kind of sucks. Please understand, this is not the current Captain America who we know and love. This is somebody different. And the theories going around about who this Captain America actually is really cool. Hope to discuss it one day soon. In the interim, what we have is Captain America is now the head of Hydra, and he's been fairly quickly taking over everything. He's declared martial law. He has tucked away the president, the vice president, and the next, I think, 8 in line for the presidency. He's currently in charge of America. He is taking over different countries. Most of the UN is trapped inside of a Dark Force dimension bubble in New York City, in Manhattan specifically. And the rest of them, he has just addressed and basically put them in check and said, we don't need you. Get in line or you will be replaced. You will possibly even be re-educated. So yeah, very Hitler-esque terminology coming out of the person who we used to know as Steve Rogers. Black Panther has essentially declared war with Wakanda, and yeah, things aren't looking so good. Even Namor has been subjugated, and Atlantis doesn't bow their heads to anybody, but they're pretty much bowing here. As long as Hydra fixes healthcare situation, I'm all for it. Ty, so quick to okay, I can't argue. I am in Canada.
Can I ask Prestige and/or Kitty Pryde, like, I know this universe is full of amazing things, and we had spoken with them in our first session, and told them we weren't from here, but there must be some reason we're here. Is there anything we can do to help them, or do they have any idea why we might have been brought here at this time, when there's so much turmoil going on in their world, and given these abilities? Is there something we can do to help them, or?
Prestige has been looking in your mind a little bit, and she does looking in everybody's mind a little bit, even though she's going to admit that it's really strange. That's the word she's going to use, strange, looking into Megan's mind because of her very specific power set. Mm-hmm. It doesn't hurt, but it's like taking an LSD trip almost, because there's more information than just what's in her head. So she says, according to what Karnak has said, it seems that you guys are an anomaly here in our universe, and we have no idea how to figure that out. We're going to put our best minds on that. And typically, and of course, Beast raises his hand. He's like, yeah, that usually means me. So he has no problem with that. In fact, both Beasts, they're still looking into it, both scientifically and mystically on both of their ends. And yeah, What they're basically suggesting is that they've got their own problems that they have to deal with first. Captain America, Steve Rogers, who we know as Steve Rogers, has just said that the mutants have to go to an area that he's dubbing New Zion. Basically, another way of calling it New Zion, but I'm going by the spelling. Anyway, it's in Northern California. It's been annexed, so it's not considered the United States anymore. They're going to go there now. Mutants have always had to look out for their own. Debatable in real life, but on the mutant standpoint, yeah, they've always had to look out for their own. They can't really trust anybody else to look out for them. So that's where they're going. Prestige does mention to you, she says you guys, although she is kind of looking at you, Doug. She says you guys are welcome to come if you want.
Northern Cali, hell yeah.
At the same time, Beast also comes forward and says, here's the thing. You have to understand that this is going to be mutant dominated. And although we would like for everything to be open, realistically, Megan is the only one who's actually going to fit in there. We can't promise that all the mutants are going to behave. You have to understand the way that they've been persecuted. Sometimes when the persecuted becomes in charge, they switch roles in a major way.
Well, I'd say, look, where we come from, most of us grew up sympathizing with your stories and reading about them. So on that, I can totally empathize with your situation. And, you know, it would be hard, but if there's something we could do to help, happy to.
We'll keep that in mind. Shadowcat, who's a little bit more diplomatic than Beast, says, we'll keep that in mind. Right now, Megan gets a feeling that she's never had before. This feel like literally, you imagine this is what Spider Sense would feel like on an almost global scale.
Oh, good.
Marvel stopped reading after Age of Apocalypse. Okay, not a problem, brother. Mind you, that's not considered real life. Age of Apocalypse, just so you know. They won't fit in. Technically, you're right. Technically, everybody is a mutant. Back to bed, buddy. Meow to the red-headed kitten chat. I think somebody's flirting with you, Megan. So, right now, you guys see a light. Now, it's dark by now, but a light appears in the sky. It doesn't take too long to realize that it's actually only over top of this building, and it's a particularly bright light. In fact, looking straight up is really hard to do at this point.
Guys, I think this is a huge problem.
A moment later, you hear a sound effect, and I'm only going to do this once. Well, my voice didn't break and cut out. I'm actually impressed. For a guy as old as I am, I'd figure it'd be like, boo. So
You can have 20 karma points.
nice.
I am really hardcore detecting bullets right now, guys.
Oh, really quick, 20 karma points for the shirt, Doug. All right.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think that's like 3 karma for each character on there. I tried to count.
Nice.
So, okay, at this point, several characters get the inclination. iBoy is there, who's a really crappy character from sorry anybody in the chat who takes offense to this, but he's a really crappy character who has the ability to see. He's got eyes all over himself. It sucks being a mutant. So he detects something's wrong. Prestige detects something wrong. All the other psychics who are there, like Psylocke, they all detect something's really dangerously wrong. And what do you call it? A lot of people start screaming, duck for cover. A lot of people grabbing each other, duck for cover. What do you call it? I'm going to be cool. Logan actually grabs Ty and says, get your cigar jumping ass over here, bub. And he tries to, move out of the way with you. Everybody just kind of, rush. And all of a sudden, a laser is the best way that you can understand the description, the visual descriptor, comes down out of the sky and hits the hotel. I'm going to need everybody to tell me how you're getting away from the building. Mind you, everybody's on the roof still.
I am going to use my power to feel out the most structurally sound way down.
The entire building is in jeopardy. So the The best way for you to get down is to jump on the back of a flying character. Iceman is close. I will let you make an endurance feat roll to avoid letting go because of how cold he is.
Oh, good. Okay. That's 60.
That succeeds. I should probably get out my chart instead of just going by my memory. But dang. Oh, also, guys, in the chat, get out your percentiles. It's coming. Is Earth for sale again? No, Earth is not for sale again. Not yet. I like that everybody's familiar with the Marvel Comics. Okay. Ty, how are you getting out of there?
I'm teleporting away.
Good. Okay, and Doug.
I think I would probably try to get anybody near me and grab them and take them with me and use an kind of ride the magnetic waves and just
Carry
off
away?
the side of the building and try to save anybody that was near me that looked helpless or frightened.
Okay, I'd say with a strength feat, you can definitely grab 2 people, and on top of that, you're going to need to a power stunt. So that's
Okay.
100 points to do the power stunt, and you have to get in the red for it to succeed.
All right, I will spend 40 karma on the strength roll because I want to make sure I can help people. And that is 68, so
That's
80.
good.
Wait.
Excellent. You just had to get in the yellow because it's 2 people.
Oh, okay. And then I'm not sure how to use the power stunt. It's just you pay the karma and roll on with your power rank.
Yeah, with your power
Oh.
at Incredible 40, you have to get in the red, so you have to get 91 or higher. I'm going to give you a free 40 karma points for it for rescuing 2 people.
Okay.
But how many other karma points do you want to spend?
You know what? I didn't say
It's-
anything,
yeah,
and I
it's double now.
And I rolled. I'll spend. I rolled 26, so
26, you got 66, and you got to get to 91. So you've got to spend twice the amount of karma now.
I'll
make it
spend.
91.
I'll do it. So
Okay.
that would be.
So
what,
66,
20
71, 25. So there'll
So
be 50
50?
karma points.
I'll do it.
All right, done. And you now have 1 power stunt that you succeeded for, or that you've at least tried.
Kind of like a magnetic slide to just buffer, the fall.
Oh, no, not even. You might as well just do the full-fledged flight.
Oh,
So you've
okay.
got flight for the next 10 rounds or until you land.
sure.
Okay, you're bringing these guys down, but holy crap, this is kind of cool. In the chat, you can decide which 2 characters he saves from the X-Men. Any 2 X-Men will
cool.
do. I'm actually curious
Thanks, chat.
who they say it's going to be. What do you call it? So what happens here? So you guys are all able to safely get down. When you guys do get down, I'm going to say Megan is going to start actually crying. A couple of the other psychics will start crying also. Quentin Quire will not. He's just going to say,
Of course not.
because every single person who was in that hotel is died. The hotel, apartments, casino, everything. That huge hotel with kids in it on the other rides that were close to the roof, all died. I see.
Man.
I'm going to say one at a time. So we'll say, can't do Logan. So we'll say Beast and Dazzler. Okay, nice. We'll
All
go with
right.
Beast and Dazzler. You say Beast and Dazzler.
Is your
Good
name
one.
Carolson?
Good one. Okay, so these 2. So you save those 2. Good job, chat. Okay. You guys get down, but all these people have died. This is actually a seriously tragic, messed up thing. On top of that, you get an idea of who may have started this, because all of a sudden these giant, they look like War of the Worlds. You guys have seen the original War of the Worlds tanks, these big triangular things with these 3 huge tentacles that come down. They've also got other tentacles that can grab people. No, it's actually Hydra.
Oh,
And,
well, that's probably better than Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah, a whole lot better, Doug. Oh my God. Plus, I hate time travel stories. I'm not a huge fan of them, but unless they're done right. But anyway, so yes. Also, and by the way, they've also got gigantic twin cannons out the very front. And these things start coming in through Las Vegas, like all over, and they are just wreaking Gatling gun, twin laser havoc everywhere. So what's going to happen in the chat is I've got 17 people watching. Guys, whoever would like to, you are running one of these gigantic tanks. What these things are, we've got body armor on them. They can move 4 areas per turn. Your average character can move 2 areas per turn, so you will outrun them quickly. And the twin Gatling gun lasers on the front, they will do 30 points of energy damage. So anybody in chat who wants to do, Zarek is already laughing. Anybody who wants to attack somebody in the rounds, by all means, now is the first that you guys have surprise. So you guys tell me who you're going to attack. You can even attack mutants if you want. You can attack one of the characters. You can attack a mutant. You can attack whoever you want. I'll respond to whoever you guys are going to attack. Just go ahead and put it and roll your percentile dice for who you're going to attack.
Oh, that's cool.
So
while that's going on, I would probably look to, I might have these powers now, but I'm certainly not like an experienced thing. So I would probably look to somebody like Kitty Pryde or Logan just for direction. Like, I don't know what to do. Just tell me point me in a direction, and I will do it.
That's believable. At the same time, you're a smart guy, and I think that. Plus, while you're in the cocoon, you are getting a good feel for what you can do. So I'm going to give you that. You know what you're capable of doing.
Oh, well, in that case, I would probably. There's several of these giant things, so that's a lot of stuff. So I would probably run to the nearest one and just try to get it with an EMP pulse maybe and shut it down.
That's another power stunt, but by all means.
Yeah, I'll spend that karma. That's why we make that karma.
Okay, you know that you can affect an area, 10 areas range with your ability.
I think I would probably just focus on one at first, just to make sure I could do it instead of extending myself that greatly right out the gate.
Cool. Actually, and I was wrong. I'm going to have to say it would probably be more like 5 areas because your magnetic manipulation plus the boost of your electrical transformation. Yeah, I would say that you can get a quick little boom and 5 area range. So 50 feet, centered on you.
So I'll spend 100 karma for that, and heck, I'll add 50 to the roll just to be on the safe side. And that is an 81, which is in the yellow. If it's incredible.
Zareth, I don't know who you're attacking. You're attacking Energy Boy? I don't actually know who that is. Attack Megan. Okay, so who is attacking? Marvel X42 is attacking. Okay, so we got a 73 total. What'd you get, Doug?
81, I think I said.
81. Okay. Boom. So yeah, with your ability, 40. Okay, it works, but not at full ability because the armor plating, the armor shielding is powerful enough. It affects him for only 1 round. So 6 seconds he's going down, and then that's just going to be an instant reboot. Okay, Logan doesn't get to see what happens. Logan gets hit. Mind you, this is Old Man Logan, Marvel X42, so he takes a good hit. Now, it's also going to take him a full minute for him to recover from that damage because that's the equation of his regeneration. Megan, I saw, got attacked. Jeremiah Gonzalez. So he
Dang it, I'm squishy.
Buddy, lady, sorry, but you're going to have to roll some kind of a dodge. And you can also use your danger sense. So your cosmic awareness. So add amazing 50.
Okay. 75.
That is enough. That is enough. You are able to dodge. And you get +2 to retaliate against that wasn't Zareth to attack you, against Jeremiah. Nerdarchy, the guy whose name escapes me. Kyle. So Zareth is attacking Kyle. Okay, I'm totally down with that. Kyle is technically under rubble along with Dave since they didn't show up. So I'm going to say that you're literally adding insult to injury. No, they don't get a dodge. So yeah, Kyle gets hit. Kyle gets hit hard. Kyle is unconscious like a mother effer, and more rubble falls on top of him. So we do not know the fate of Kyle at this point. Good job, man.
Nice from Marvel X42 actually using the karma you gave him earlier.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I saw that and I added it. That's why you said you rolled 78, awesome. But I gave you more. So, boom. No, I was not joking. You absolutely hit him. You what do you call it? Oh, She was still able to do her dodge, though. That's the thing. So, okay. No, I was not joking. I was not joking.
Unpaid volunteer Kyle is dead.
Kyle is dead. Kyle is hurt bad. That's what he gets for not showing up. You don't show up.
Nobody ever stays dead in the comics.
That's true also. Except Uncle Ben.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm not talking about the rice people. So, okay, at this point, if nobody else in the chat is going, we have you guys. It's your round. Your
Okay,
initiative.
I'm spend 100 karma because I want to use ice generation.
So you now have ice generation as a permanent power stunt. And you
okay.
can also spend karma for the individual power stunts that ice generation will give you also. Right now you can just blast, with ice or freeze something.
Yeah, well, what I want to do is the ship that just hit Logan hard.
Mm-hmm.
I take it they have like a front portal where the pilot can see out of or whatever.
No, they are high tech, and they literally are using cameras that are refracted in the armor. You cannot see it. You see the cockpit, but you don't see the pilots. You don't see a porthole or anything. It's kind of like the Starship Enterprises, all the Star Trek ships. You don't actually see the view screens. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, since I can't see that, what I'm going to try to do, if this works, is use ice generation to ice and gum up engines would be on this thing. Maybe towards the back if there's like, thruster portals or something coming out the back. Basically trying to ice that up and shut it down.
They are moving by the 3 tentacles underneath.
Oh, that's right.
So you can ice up the legs.
I'm going to try that, but not low in the legs. I want to do it real high, like where the legs connect with.
Absolutely. That's where their power will probably be greatest, but by all means. Okay.
Well, I was thinking that's where they connect.
Yes, it is.
Where they connect.
Okay, so
I got an 80.
That hits. Okay, I'm going to do a strength feat. Your power is at 20? 30. It is at 30. Did I give you an increase to your psyche and intuition?
No.
Okay, your intuition goes up to 30 and your psyche goes up to 20. Sorry, and take the appropriate karma that comes with that also.
Okay.
Okay, they are unsuccessful in breaking free of the ice. So it is, even though the bottom is still good, the balance, you know what, I'm going to actually make an agility feat for it. And they don't have the greatest agility, and it shows it is actually going to teeter and fall down to the side. So who had attacked Logan again? That was... Shoot. Can anybody help me out on this? Who had attacked Logan? That was Marvel X-42. Okay, so Marvel X-42, you are now on your side, but you are still able to fire at people in the front. And what's his name? Kyle.
Dave.
Logan... Both Logan and Ty are in front of you. So, Doug, what do you want to do?
Okay, so let's see. The one that I stunned is...
Mind you, there's more than just what's in the chat.
Right. There's how many? There was like a dozen of these things, right?
There was at least a dozen. They seem to be pouring in from all over the place. Mind you, these things are attacking the city also. Like, they're attacking other buildings.
So they don't seem to be targeting us. Like, I don't get the sense like they showed up.
Most of them are there for you guys.
Oh, like
But
us, meaning me, Ty, and Megan, or just the X-Men and super-powered individuals?
They're actually, yeah, well, they're here. Really quick, I'm going to let Megan be able to refract this out. There is a secret Avengers base somewhere, Avengers underground base somewhere. Megan realizes that's the case, and plus Prestige and Quentin Quire would have realized that also. Actually, you know what, Marvel Girl.
Well, that was part of what I was going to ask about on my turn, but all right, if you're just going to tell me, I'll ask about something else.
Sorry.
So what do they appear to be like? The more knowledgeable people, are they fighting, or are they trying to get away?
Well, it's the X-Men, and the X-Men are hands down, they are the greatest unity team out there. With all the psychics that they have, they know which teams to form up into. They're trying to get the weaker members and the injured members the heck out of Dodge. Meanwhile, the stronger characters are moving forward on the front to give them cover, but they are planning on trying to get out of Dodge as soon as possible.
Okay, so I would probably glance around and look to see if there's anybody that's trying to escape, and whichever Hydra bot is, harrying them, I would go towards that and maybe try to, I wonder if I could turn into electricity, ride into the thing, maybe up into the cockpit and knock the operators out.
You can appear there, and you can reach out and grab the operators if you want. Absolutely. I'm going to just call that a fighting feat roll to actually touch them.
Okay. 73, and I have good fighting, so they would be in the green?
That's easy. You have good fighting. Yes, it's still in the green. Just misses by 2 points. Doesn't matter. All you have to do is touch. They're each going to take, there's 2 of them. They're each going to take 20 electrical damage. That's enough for the surprise to just knock them out.
Cool.
So they're not dead. And you actually do see, even though they're, shield and, with the Hydra symbols on them, these are full-fledged Hydra armored individuals inside. So, there's no doubt about what's attacking you at this point. So, and you are also inside of one of these ships right now. You can, I don't know if you ever read the Aeneid, but,
I would probably just try to steer it into one of the other ones, and topple them both over.
There you go. So, Megan, it is now your turn.
Okay, I want to know what are their weak points and how are they?
After Megan's turn, it will be the chat's turn. So, by all means, anybody who, if you didn't attack before, you want to attack now, each person in the chat has a one of these giant Hydra War of the Worlds machines with big gigantic cockpit, 3 tentacles at the bottom, with 2 remarkable 30 energy Gatling guns on the front. Attack any of the mutants you want. Attack any of the player characters you want. It's up to you.
Yeah, watch out, guys. They just both rolled 100. It's my meta knowledge power.
Okay.
I'm good with it.
So,
honor system. Go ahead, Megan. Sorry.
What are their weak points and how are they communicating?
Done. Excellent. They're communicating through, believe it or not, it's not radio frequency they're communicating through. They're actually communicating through depowered lasers. So they're not, what's the word? They're not dangerous lasers. They're on a lower scale. So they're actually communicating through high emission light waves with each other. If you want,
can I understand that through data speak, or is that not?
Did you actually buy the data speak?
Yes, I actually bought the data speak at the end of the last session.
I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Yes, absolutely. You understand it perfectly. They're coordinating with each other. Nothing specific. They are looking for the underground base. They say that somebody says that they had eyes on Black Widow, but there's no confirmation of that. They're saying, we'll take out these mutants as quickly as they can before they can get back to New Zeon and start focusing power.
Okay, now where are the lasers positioned on the tanks?
Right on the front. They do have other armaments also, but they're focusing on attack right now. So, yeah, the Gatling lasers are their big thing.
Okay, then what I am going to do is start spreading around where the communication lasers are so that people can take them out, because if they can't talk to each other, they're not going to be as good.
Nice. Nice. I will give them all -2 to their agility at this point, just for that alone. So, yeah, while you guys have been using Incredible to fire, you're going to use Excellent now. I'll factor that in myself. Okay, good, good. So it is now time for the chat. Who's attacking who? This got ahead of me a little bit. Let's see. Zareth Gaming, you rolled 100. Let's see. And you are attacking Ty. Ty, roll to dodge or whatever you're going to do. That is
okay.
a kill result under energy.
Okay.
Yes,
and instead of physical dodge, can I teleport out of the way?
Absolutely, you can, pseudo Nightcrawler.
Okay. Can I use karma to help myself with that?
Your karma, your character.
I'll give myself 50 karma.
They're
And I
trying to get
rolled
there.
a 80. I rolled a 89.
So you're off the chart. So you absolutely dodge, and you now have +8 to retaliate against Zerif Gaming. What else do we have here? I was rolling under 10 of my tests. What is... Let's see. Anybody... Doug, anybody who can help me out? Who... Okay. Here we go. Marvel X42. My tank will have one of the crew call for help to get this ice off while also firing at whoever I can see from this vantage point. I will say that you get most of that out before all the communications are shut down by Megan's character, which is Megan, who is Megan. Actually, they both work in this particular case, who or which. Anyway, so the whole message doesn't get out, but you rolled 100. Who are you attacking, Marvel? I don't see it on here. I don't know. You don't have to roll again. Just tell me who you're attacking again.
Specifically.
Say again?
I don't think he mentioned anybody specifically.
Yeah, I didn't see that. But you did roll 100, so by all means, tell me who you're... Zerif Gaming. I'll get you, Ty. That comes out on the loudspeaker. That's awesome. Jeremiah also attacks Ty. He gets a 42. Under excellent, that's going to be a standard hit. You already did your attack, or your dodge, so you're going to take 30 points of damage.
Okay.
Why is everybody hating on Ty?
I'm down.
Marvel says whoever he can see.
Whoever you can see. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to say that since Ty drops, whoever you can see pretty much anybody, but more specifically, you can see. Ty was the one who actually took you down. So, yeah, everybody's seriously going after Ty. No, seriously, whoever you want to attack. Innocent humans. Holy crap.
Oh, come on. That's worth at least 20 karma for being a bad guy.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna give rescuing civilians gives you 20 karma points, so putting them in danger, 20. And I'm gonna say in case nobody sees that, you actually take out 10 civilians. 10 civilians.
Oh my gosh.
Whew.
These Hydra guys are worse than the Secret Empire.
Literally.
ones.
So, and you know what? Let's in homage to Open Legend, I'm going to say that the dice explodes. So I'll say you take out a total of 15.
Wow.
I'm going to say you take out a total of 15 guys. You are generally a bad guy. He screams out, "Hail Hydra!" Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
Jeremiah, take 20 karma points for that. Oh, man. All right, guys. It's actually looking really bad at this point. Back to you guys. Doug, what do you want to do?
Well, if I'm still in there and I see that that particular tank that took out all those people, I'm going to try to just steer this one right into it and try to topple them both over.
Done. Roll to hit. Whose tank was that, by the way?
That I was in, or
No, that you're taking out.
Marvel X42. He's the one killing innocent people.
Son of a gun.
Take
All
this,
right.
Marvel X42. I got a 50. So would that be reason maybe?
Ties out. He's gonna come right back, guys. You can go by reason if you'd like.
Okay. And that is just in the green.
Okay, so that's a good solid hit. It's going to be enough to give him. He's already at -2 to hit. I'm going to give him another -2 to hit with his agility, but he's still got his tentacles that he could use if he chooses. So we might wind up having a War of the Worlds machine wrestling contest going on. All right, so Marvel, there's your thing. He's like, dope. So okay, Megan, it is your turn.
All right, power sources.
Power sources are not throughout, but they do have a specific power source. This is Hydra, who took over S.H.I.E.L.D. So they're using Stark Tech arc reactors, miniaturized. So extremely powerful, and with vibranium surroundings to actually avoid impact shock and sound concussive waves, clearly. But you know where the power sources are. They're rooted internally, but behind the cockpits.
Okay. I'm gonna spread that information.
As far as
At this point, it would probably just be easier to take the people in the cockpits out than it would be to take out the power source of the tanks in the first place.
no, since you said that in the first, I'm going to give it to you that hitting them through the exhaust ports would be a good. So kind of like a Rogue One situation, Episode 4 situation. If you can get that hit, I'm going to say you're going to have to target. You have to target. But if you okay, so let's see if I can do this. There's no rules for targeting in Marvel that I remember in the Judge's Handbook. In GURPS, it was -8 to target like a specific body part or something like that. So
Target with what?
So, for targeting, -8 to get.
I know, but with what? I don't have any weapons. I don't have offensive powers.
For everybody, you're spreading this information. Therefore.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, targeting these guys specifically. You will be okay. So everybody will be at -4 to hit the target, as opposed to minus. I'm going to say it's going to be because Marvel is very different from GURPS in that regard. So I will say it's -4 to target, but since you know exactly what you're targeting, if everybody can get can hit these things targeting at -3, I will say you'll be immediately able to take these things out, as long as it's not a physical attack, as long as it's some kind of an energy or shooting attack. All right, so bang. You're going to spread that information out as far and wide as you can. The psychics will start spreading that information. A couple more of the mutants will actually turn towards attacking. You also see a couple other characters like Hawkeye come out. Iron Man in his Mark V armor. That's the standard original armor that he had back in the Don Heck days, the popular armor. He's a drunk AI at this point, so that's the best that he is able to actually control. You'll see a couple other Avengers actually come out and try to take these guys out. Zareth starts backing away slowly. Also, why isn't Dazzler attacking? Oh no, I'm going to say that Dazzler is attacking. Do you want her to attack you specifically?
I would
is
like
this
that.
tank crewed or automated? No, you have 2 characters inside. You can control both of those characters inside. That's for Marvel X-42. Where did Ty go? Ty dropped out momentarily. He'll be right back. He mentioned in our chat. Probably a PP break. I don't know. Did we kill him? No, you did not actually kill him. You did knock him out, though. Anyway, so yeah, it is now the chat's turn. So by all means, guys, tell me who you are targeting, who you're going after. Marvel X-42, you kind of got headbutted by another one. There's Ty. They were asking if you had died. Ty, you wake back up with your endurance rank worth of hit points. Also, if you want to spend more points, you can actually do a healing or regeneration, your choice. Regeneration is going to be automatic for you, while healing would be you'd have to consciously do it on yourself, but you can also heal other people also. So your choice which one you want to do, or none at all. You could
I'll go
body
ahead.
armor. You can do Eldritch shields, which you can keep on yourself at all times.
For now, I'll do healing.
Okay, done. So Dave Fraginator 1362, you're a little late, not a problem. Dave is already hit and unconscious and piled under rubble. So is Kyle. So if you want to try and dig Dave out and go for him, that's your choice. But there are plenty of other mutants and Avengers around, plus there are these characters who are here. If I can, can I electrify the hull of the ship? Marvel X-42, yes. Why the hell not? Good idea. And take 10 karma points for thinking outside the box. You can electrify the hull of the ship. So you're going to have to deal with that, Doug. Yes.
I'm guessing the ship, the things aren't immune to electricity, so since it's tangled up, will that injure or damage the one that I knocked into him with?
Oh, it's him. So it would actually injure your ship.
Well, great. Then, yeah, I would actually boost that. I'm like, sure, I'm probably somewhat immune to electricity, so I'll amplify that. Like, yeah, man, fry it. I'll help you.
Yes, you are. What do you call it? I didn't actually give it to you, but yeah, you have what's considered class 1000 resistance to, so invulnerability to electricity.
Yeah, great.
Class 1000
Yeah,
rank.
I'll amplify the electricity and be like, let's just fry both these tangled up things. I'll help you.
So you amplify it. Okay, nice. You can amplify it with your ship and with a reason feat. You can amplify it with your ship, and you can amplify it with yourself.
Yeah, that's definitely. That's what I would like to do.
I'll slap something with an electrified tentacle.
I got a 75 and a reason, which is just in the yellow.
Jeremiah Gonzalez attacks mutants. Tell me which mutant you're attacking. Anyone you choose. Zerf gang, oh boy, I rolled an 18. Okay, that's fine. So, but you're still wrapped around. So yeah, not doing so good, but whatever. Marvel rolls a 5. That's okay. You're already entangled, so you're actually you don't have to roll to hit. I didn't ask you to roll to hit for hitting Dave. Excuse me, Doug. The pseudo Dave. At the moment, you're in charge of the thing.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Help you. Marla says no. Oh, Jeremiah is going after Dust. Okay, I'm not going to consider that a hate crime. I'm just messing with you.
Wasn't that a Spider-Man alias?
So you go after Dust. Fragnator goes after Dust with just the energy attack. I'm going to assume it's just an energy attack. I can't keep rolling back and forth on my thing. So Dust is going to. She's actually going to just turn into Dust. She can still be hit, but it's not going to affect her as much. In fact, she's actually able to avoid it entirely. Okay, I'm going to make it so that you and Dust are going at it one-on-one from this point on. That's who was doing that. Fraginator Jeremiah. Jeremiah was doing that. Okay. Sorry, I'm listening and working on cars. Didn't hear that. Damn air guns. I forget what I'd said to Fraginator. And nice. I used to be an auto mechanic too for a little while.
I think you said he could like unbury Dave from the rubble and attack
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Go after whoever you want, but Dave and Kyle are not actually. They're considered unconscious and under piles of rubble from the destroyed casino hotel. No, the Spider-Man thing was Dusk, I think.
Oh yeah, Dusk. That's right.
Oh,
when he was like Prodigy and.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Good. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, I read it as Dust. Sorry. Jeremiah's
no, he's right. I was
Dust
wrong. I thought that's what it was. The chat, and you were right.
Oh, okay. So anyways, boom, done. Yeah, so yeah, Dust is going to turn into her actual sand form and come after you like a Sandman without the consistency. And she gets into the... Wow, my son just said, oh no. I didn't know he knows who's Dust is. He's only 4. He just turned 4. So anyway...
You trained him well.
I must have. So, or he's just a prodigy. So, comic book prodigy. So, okay, so those are the attacks so far. Nobody else's attack. Can I be a Hydra plant and rescue Dave and Yes, Fraginator, you can. And you could take 40 karma points for thinking above and beyond. Attack Megan, roll to 7, not a problem. Megan, you see Zerf Gaming just went after you again. He is not playing around. He's got you in his sights. So, yes, Fraginator, nice going, man. Nice. Can I please eject? I want to run for my life. Both your characters can eject, but the second that you do, electricity is conductive, buddy. So yeah, the second that you open up that sealed hall, both of your guys get electrocuted and knocked unconscious. It's all right. It's all right. It was a nice try. There's no eject ports, unfortunately. So okay, what do you guys do at this point, game players?
Does it look like? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, guys.
I was just going to say I'm just going to cast body armor on myself.
Okay, done. So
I'll pay 100 for that.
Okay. So body armor is personal. You could also do shield if you want. Shield very specifically will do the same thing as body armor, but it will be a shield. It will only here's the difference between a shield and body armor. Body armor will protect against 20 points. You are 30. You have 30, right?
Yes.
So it'll be 30 points of body armor. So if somebody hits you with 40 points of damage, boom, you only take 20 points. A shield will do pretty much the same thing, but you'll have to recast shield if it goes over. You still only take the 10. But a shield, you can also extend each other person who you're protecting. The shield reduces in power rank by 1 column shift. Your choice what you want to do. For now, you're only casting on yourself anyway. So
yeah, this time I'll just go with body armor.
Done and done. And even when you're unconscious, remember this: you can roll a 10-sider, and it'll be 1d10 plus whatever you roll for how long the body armor lasts while you're
Okay.
unconscious. That's something else I'll give you for casting body armor yourself. Most people don't do that, so I'll give you a boost for that. What do you call it? Fragginator actually rescues Dave and Kyle, which is extremely cool. Better unconscious than killed in a robot explosion inflated by sand. Yeah, she was coming for you. And the 100 we both roll are under 10. What is this? As a Hydra agent, I'm brainwashed to kill myself instead of getting caught, so I will set the self-destruct on the tank.
Wow.
Oh, man. Holy crap. He's not even going cyanide pill. He's going self-destruct. Dude, I got to get you in one of these games one of these days. Seriously, email nerdarchy@gmail.com, man. Holy crap. I've got to get you in one of these games. Okay. Wow. So that's what Ty's doing this round. Megan, what are you doing?
Telling everybody to get away from the tank that's about to explode.
Okay, good looking out. You could do something else also. Ty wants to run an all Hydra game. Ty, that would be freaking awesome. That would be awesome. Okay. So what else do you want to do? You don't have to do just that. What else would you like to do, Megan?
I would like to assess the tentacles and how they connect to the tanks.
Okay, I'm going to give you a full schematic of the tank. You tell me what you want to do, and it's yours.
Okay. All right. I want to start immobilizing them, figure out how to take away their traction. If that means injuring their tentacle mobility in some fashion.
Did you take electronics also, Megan?
Yes, I did.
With your understanding of the communication and your understanding of electronics at +1 your reason. Let's have some fun here. I used to be an electrical engineer. I'm going to say that with the way that they communicate with each other with light, and you now own their communication system, you've got it locked down. What do you call it? I'm going to say that if you can get in contact with Doug, you can have him do another EMP if he's got the karma for it, and you can actually transmit the EMP to shut all of them down inside of a mile.
I've got the karma.
Can I get my hands on somebody's cell phone or something and because I can't on my own project to Doug, but I could probably use that to get something to him maybe. You don't have data speak though yet, do you?
No, I kind of just assumed
okay.
Psychics were involving us with their battle plans.
We'll find Prestige.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, by all means, why not?
Probe me.
Okay, done. So I'm going to say that I'll allow it this round. So by all means, take your roll. Don't forget, you still have to get into the red. After that, the next 3 times you do this, you only have to get into the yellow. But
Talking to me?
Yes, Doug. You have to spend the 100 karma automatically to actually do the power stunt in game.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, just in game or out of game. But then in game, you have to actually get into the red this one last time. So spend the karma to go from. Yeah, so you're going to do it at amazing ability.
Okay, I'll spend 75 karma on top of the 100 for the stunt, just because I want to make sure I can do this. And if our game tradition sticks to what we usually do, I'll probably roll 100 anyway, since every time we spend a bunch of karma, it seems like people roll really high. And of course I did. I rolled 91, so it's 166.
I'll give you 1.5 miles. Nice. And
probably severely weakened from that, but it was worth it to help out all these people.
I'm not going to consider that going Nova. That's not.
Well,
that's not like Johnny Storm going Nova.
Just got powers, it's probably exhausting.
Yeah. So all of the Hydra armor shut down. Jeremiah, yeah, you can survive, absolutely. I'm not trying to kill anybody this game. Marvel X42 is the only one trying to kill people, and that's himself. Hope there are no hospitals in the mile. No, sorry, Marvel. There are actually 2 hospitals within. I'm pretty thorough. There are 2 hospitals within that specific casino, and yeah, they're all shut down. Plus the medical facility.
They should have backup generators.
Yeah, but those would also be hitting the EMP. They're not
Right.
shielded. Most people
I just
don't
got
expect,
powers 10 minutes ago.
right? I actually
I
used
don't
to
know
work
how
at the
this
Lucid
works.
facility, the old Bell Labs facility in New Jersey, and those are actually protected against EMPs. If you go in the sub basement, which is 2 levels or more underground, they can actually take anything but a direct hit from an atomic bomb, not a hydrogen bomb. Yeah, it was built
Okay.
a long time ago.
Or a Hydra.
To be fair. To be fair, if we hadn't done anything, they were gonna die anyway.
This is true. This is true. Like they were.
And
taking
she's got
people out.
cosmic awareness, so she would know. She's all zen and stuff.
Like,
I'm reading Ty in the chat. People are watching Seinfeld and syndication. Like, hey, where'd my show go? Also, my pacemaker.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh, this is a fictional universe to me anyway, so.
Wow, that's messed up. Okay, there, Gwenpool. So, okay, combat is at an end. Ish. You still see on the frills, and Megan, your power is starting to expand a lot, and you're realizing you're picking up communications from outside of your line of sight, and you're quote unquote seeing that they're realizing that something did go wrong. Somebody's like, an EMP went off. Do we detect any tactical nukes in the facility?
okay, I'm gonna like be saying all of this out loud as it's coming to me, and I'm like in 1,000-yard stare hyper focus mode. Just all of this is coming out of my mouth as it's coming into my head.
Isn't it a 10,000-yard stare?
Is it?
I think it's 10,000-yard stare. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll give you the
Okay.
to your 1,000 yards times 10. You're good. What do you call it? To the second power cube squared. Squared. Forget my math. Okay, enough with trying to sound smart. So they are all reassessing. They're trying to refocus their efforts. They are not led directly by Captain America, so their tactical and strategic attack is being refocused right now. They are relaying back and forth. But you do also realize that this is all going back to Washington, D.C. So that is where the head of the operation is. The main head of Hydra, I guess, cut off one head, 2 more take its place, but the main head is there. So you're estimating that you've got maybe 10 minutes, if you're lucky, before they realize what's going on, realize it's safe to come back in, and for more ships and tanks to come in.
There's got to be some way
Really
for
quick,
them to be.
everybody who's in the chat who participated in that, all of you guys take 100 karma points for the next time. It might be this mission, it might be this gameplay, it might be oh, by the way, we're going to start playing every Monday from now on instead of every Thursday, which is easier for me, and apparently it's easier for Dave too. So yeah. Cyanide it is.
So,
Marvel X42. He's still trying to kill himself.
they have to be getting this information back to DC somehow.
Yes, they are. Outside, they are getting this information back to DC, but you are
Okay.
seeing the information.
How are they doing that?
That is not within the 1.5-mile radius. Outside of that, they are able to see, like, let's say, 100 feet away from one of the guys who were in the field, the EMP shockwave, 30 meters away, somebody's not in the shockwave. It's like, why did he go down and I didn't? We're detecting EMP. Holy crap, what's going on? Is there a tactical nuke in the location? No, we don't see any flash bang. I'm saying, wait for
How
it,
fast
wait
can
for
I
it.
get over there? Or
Running?
can we simulate a flash? Like, is that something that we can make them see even though we didn't actually set a nuke off?
You determine how you can make that happen. And
If she's saying that out loud, I don't know how big I can make it, but I can do image generation.
I am
nice.
saying all of this out loud.
That is exactly what I was thinking. Okay. Ty, take 40 karma points for that, and Megan, take 100 karma points.
Woo.
Freaking fantastic idea. Okay, so Ty, you will you actually did buy you didn't buy illusion generation, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, Marvel is really easy with this. You buy illusion generation, and any illusion that you want you can make, pretty much. And it is like Phantasmal Force.
Okay, I'm trying to make the biggest mushroom cloud explosion I can.
You don't actually have to do that for an EMP. I'll say Doug is able to give you that. An EMP would actually work about a mile or 1 to 3 miles off of the surface. You don't actually detonate the nuke.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
off of. So
Well,
you can
I'll-
just make a flash bang. So
Okay, I'll do it up in the
brightest
air
light
then.
you can within a 40-foot range, which is 4 areas. I believe that's what you get with Remarkable 30. So yeah, you make the brightest light that you can. In fact, you could even just do light generation to make it more believable. But I personally don't see the difference between light generation and illusion generation for this particular feat. So whichever one you choose to do.
I'll go with
But
the
at the same time, you could also work with Allison Blair just to say, "Hey, I worked with Allison Blair." Do it together.
And will they have to buy the T-shirt?
Of course. Yeah. I generated light with Allison Blair.
Yeah. Dazzler and I made beautiful light works together.
Yeah, there you go.
made
Great.
nice firecrackers. Okay, so absolutely, and take 20 for a good additional. I love when a plan comes together. Hannibal, so, from the team, but absolutely, yeah, take the 20 for that, and then with Allison Blair, she's going to suck up all the noise from the immediate area, and yeah, there's plenty from all the machines falling over, so adds to your light generation. Fan-frickin-tastic. So
And while they're doing that, I'm going to say, guys, just on the off chance this battle goes on, all we have to do is keep making pop culture references, and we can fight indefinitely. Just keep throwing out their secret names,
screw you.
locations, get your T-shirts.
Anyway, yes, you are able to stave them off for, I'm going to say, upwards of a half an hour at this point while they do every test possible, because everybody sees this. The information is recorded back. They are trying to take all factors into consideration, so you'll be able to stave them off for about a half an hour.
Okay,
what do you want to do in this half an hour?
If we have a half an hour, I want to get as close as I can and see how they're projecting their information to Washington and see if I can isolate this group here.
Okay. What does anybody else want to do with that?
If Megan's trying to get as close as she can, using, I forget where it is. I think it's in the Advanced Judges book where it talks about distances. I should be able to teleport up to 12 miles, but that's a DM call or Game Master call, of course. But I was going to say I could maybe grab her and we could work together and I could move her closer to where she's wanting to go a lot faster.
Sure. But Megan, what exactly are you trying to accomplish here?
Okay, I want to find out how they are, like, okay, so obviously they are communicating with DC. I want to find out how they're doing that and see if I can cut them off from it.
Okay. You can choose to do this if you want, but understand that the mutants and the Avengers don't want to fight anymore. In fact, you know what? Let's go with the comic books very specifically. Let's go with exactly what happened in the Secret Empire comics. I think this was issue number 1 or 2. I think it was issue 1. They leave you guys alone. They say they've done enough damage, and they're calling off the attack, and they're actually going to give you guys enough time. Hawkeye actually laments on this, that they're giving you guys up enough time to gather your dead and to gather the wounded, and attend to them as best as you can and whatnot, because they've made their statement. They literally want you guys to realize what resistance equates to in the new Hydra Empire. United States of Hydra, in a sense of saying. Also, over here, really quick, Jeremiah asked, "What can you do with the karma?" Then, if you guys are still in the game when we're and there's another battle later on in this game, you guys can use the karma then, or the next time that we hold a session, which will be on Monday, you can use the karma then. Just anytime that I call upon the chat to help kill the player characters, that's when you can. That's when you could do this. And Zaref Gaming, his only weakness is pop culture references. That's awesome.
But well, before I leave with Megan, if that's still what we're doing, I'm just going to say, Clint, that you guys are just giving up then? It's over?
You're just gonna let the terrorists win.
Yeah, I'm with them. I don't think these guys, I mean, they've never given up the fight. They've faced Thanos and Korvac and all this, and you're just gonna quit now after everything?
Clint is going to pull a typical Clint as the former leader of the West Coast Avengers and Avengers West Coast, whatever they're going to call the comic at that time. They can call it Force Works. And he just gets in, I'm going to say Ty's face since he started first. And he screams, Do you not see what's going on here? We're going to keep on fighting over top of civilians? This isn't space. This isn't, we're in the middle of a desert, but it's populated. There are people.
I'm just going to look at him and say, "You're a West Coast Avenger, hippie."
First off, we also shut
and
that
they're
down.
obviously not going to stop.
We shut that
They are
down in
not
the
going
early
to stop.
90s.
The body count is going to rise. The body count will keep going up if we don't do anything. It's going to go up here, yeah, but it's going to be so much worse if nobody stops them.
If you didn't notice, they weren't just attacking us; they're attacking like the whole city.
Excuse me. Black Widow comes up at this point. She says, let's see if I can pull off a Natasha Romanova voice. Excuse me. They discovered our base. This was the main thing that actually brought them here. Seeing what you guys were doing and that the X-Men were captured, this was only extra for them. This is like icing on cake. No, they're going to let us go. They're going to let us clean up a little bit. They're going to let us soak in our defeat. We will take this time. We will take what we can. Fighting without a plan is simply fighting to death. Not interested.
You've never played an RPG before, have you?
I played real life in Red Room. What do you know, little man? Don't you have teleporting to do?
Well, I'll ask. I mean, do they have? So, is there some sort of plan? Like, what's the next move?
I have something.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Look, this is pretty much, I mean, we grew up on these stories. We grew up reading about you guys and the things that you do, and like those moments where it's the odds stacked against you, that dark moment, that's what all of this is about in the first place. And I don't know about you guys. If you want to turn and go, Doug, Ty, I'm with you, but I'm still in.
You're absolutely right. I mean, yeah, we read these stories and they inspired us to, try and be that heroic in real life, and being right here with these people now.
Yeah, we need DC heroes. Batman wouldn't stand for this crap.
Neither would any of you. Neither would any of them. So I think this is our chance to try and inspire these heroes that inspired us.
Nice. Okay, so you're going to try and change fate. I'm good with it. The X-Men still have to go.
You do what you have to do.
I'm going to get a little funky with this, okay? First off, I am going to play the characters the way they are. What do you call it? I'm going to get rid of the X-Men really quick, and the way I'm going to do that is they say, we have to go. What do you call it? Who? Not just Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde isn't going to... She's like the least racist person in the X-Men. Not saying the X-Men are racist, but they have had to deal with an awful lot.
Sure.
I'm going to say... you know what? I'm going to really, really appeal to your heartstrings. Nightcrawler comes over to you and says... God damn it. Yeah. Katja, you are welcome to come and join with us. In fact, I implore you, as a fellow mutant, you should come with us.
You do what you have to do. Respect that I'm going to do what I have to do.
Ooh, Megan turns down the charm and says, what do you call it? Fräulein, you have made your decision, but you're always welcome to change your mind. So, boom.
Thank you.
He leaves. And it stinks when he leaves. To address Marvel X-42, yes, if Ty gets electrical... for crying out loud, electromagnetic detection, so he can detect the poles of the Earth. Yes, he can absolutely. I'll say he can triple his teleportation range. And if he just gets dimension travel, hell, he can move like magic does. Ilyana Rasputin.
I think dimension travel might be a dimensional energy, which I don't have, unless you're giving it to me or something.
Yeah, it's a magical enough area. You know, you understand magic. Sure. In fact, you know what? Even better, if you simply buy the, it's a double talent, unfortunately. But if you get, Ty, can you hear me?
No, he's lost sound.
Yeah, I know. That's really weird.
Yeah, I don't know
Well,
if that means he can't hear or he can't make
You
sense.
know, yeah, he didn't even respond, so I'm assuming he can't hear us. Well, anyway, if Ty buys the talent occult lore, then by all means, you know, he can just use standard any kind of magic that he wants. Hydra interference. Nice one, Doug. What do you call it? So okay, but I like your guys' plan. Natasha says, and she's going to specifically say to Ty, oh, by the way, guys, in the chat, Ty lost sound. That's why he dropped out. He's going to come back in. What do you call it? He says, she says to Ty, though, we have to take care of our wounded. Leaving them to die is simply not an option on the table. We will never give up fighting. But a direct fight against power like this is foolish. It's foolhardy.
I respect that. Will you take Dave and Kyle with you, and then we'll meet back up with you?
You know what? I think I'm gonna do something different with them because you actually have a defector.
Oh yeah, the
Hydra
defector.
That's
Yeah.
right. So Fraginator, if I remember correctly, Fraginator actually rescued. In fact, sorry, Fraginator, for that, you're also going to get an extra 40 karma points for that because you rescued two people. So yeah, if you're still in the chat, buddy, you are loaded with karma at this point. But
Actually, can I minor retcon?
You want to?
Can I minor retcon and say Bulwark instead of Dave because he did pick a name?
Oh, that's right.
Absolutely. You say Bulwark. So.
Oh, by the way, mine is trivia.
Oh, okay.
I'm liking it. Nobody's taken that yet. Okay. What do you call it? Ty, if you buy not resist domination, if you buy occult lore, then you'll have full access to all kinds of magic, period, including dimensional. But dimensional,
as a talent?
Yes, as a talent. Or your other choice is, what do you call it? If you do make some kind of otherworldly friends, you know what I'm saying? Like the way that usually works is you have to have a contact in the other dimension. So like, for instance, if you get Eternity or Dormammu or any of the Faultine, you know, any of the other Faultine or the Vishanti, one of the three Vishanti or all three of them as a contact, which only costs 500 karma points, by the way, you can entreat them to use dimensional spells.
Well, fortunately, I already have occult lore as one of my talents.
That's right, you do. Okay, done. So you'll be able to figure it out on your own how to use dimensional spells.
Okay, cool.
Mind you, the power will increase greatly if you are able to, on your own time, commune with some of these deities, spend the 500 karma points, and then boom. But remember, that means they can also call upon you to do things also.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared to deal with any of those guys.
No pain, no gain.
Yeah.
So with great risk comes great reward. That's a play on Spider-Man. So, okay. For the sake of in character. Oh, actually, we're also at the midpoint. So I think a public service announcement.
Yes, that's right. We're just trying to panhandle the internet once again and mention the GoFundMe link that's in the description below that will help the Nerdarchists get out to LA and spend more time out there. They're going to be on GM tips with Satine Phoenix through Geek and Sundry, but they also wanted to spend some more time out there to meet up with fans, do some gaming, and just get more engagement with the West Coast fans. And we also wanted to mention a new column on the website. It's called Speaking with Dead, where our resident necromancer will answer your questions. Megan, if you want to talk more about that for a second.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's basically like an in-character advice column. It's a really facetious advice column. Don't go expecting like actual real-life advice. But like, if you want to ask a necromancer and get a comical response, go to the article on the Nerdarchy website and drop your questions in the comments. And next week, there will be an article answering those.
That's freaking awesome. So it's kind of like Dear Abby for the other side.
Yeah. And I just
ask Maxilay the Mad.
And also, we just got a message that Nerdarchist Kyle should be arriving here shortly.
Good.
So
Oh, nice.
it's like this is like the break between issues. Like next issue, we'll have Kyle. So, or it's
Some
like the
comic
backup
books don't
story
do
in the back. There's a backup story in the back.
Okay.
Kyle was dead. Now he's back.
Yep.
So, what happens is in the comics, Black Widow actually starts an underground movement. Not Unity, what's it called? United.
Okay.
She forms a United group. She actually goes off on her own, and her intent is to try and assassinate Steve Rogers directly. Yeah, it's a one shot that I hope continues somehow. She leaves on her own, and then several of the other characters, younger characters, including Miles Morales, who is fated apparently to kill Steve Rogers, according to Civil War II, go to join her. And they actually join the Amadeus Cho, the totally awesome Hulk, actually joins the Hydra choir. So that because they're scheduled to eventually play in front of Steve Rogers and Capitol Hill, so to speak, where they will have the perfect opportunity to assassinate Steve Rogers. That hasn't come to play yet, but they are training, and yeah. So that's what she's leaving to do.
I got a quick out of game question.
Good.
About the comic. Do they know this is all because of the Cosmic Cube, and they're like, aren't they searching for shards of it? Like, are the characters in the comics aware of all that?
Yes. There are 8 shards of the Cosmic Cube. Good one. 20 karma for that. What you call it? Captain America's side has at least 2 of the fragments, and the Avengers side actually just found their second fragment. Did I put that one up? If I didn't put that one up as my most recent review, it will be the review that I throw up immediately after we end this game. So,
I would appeal to that and try to help them find those. And like, look, I mean, if this Cosmic Cube is what caused all this, I mean, I just can't believe in my heart that Steve Rogers would have turned like this. So if we can help that way, I would like to help them find those and resolve that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm trying to sandbox this as much as possible. So if that is what you guys want to do, I will ixnay on what I was doing before.
Oh, I didn't mean to step on. I just meant...
No, you're not stepping on any toes. I welcome as much input as possible, even if it's from Kyle. What's up, Kyle?
Hey, Kyle. Or we could
You don't
just...
value my input.
Late as always. Late as always.
Or we could just go to DC and try to kill Steve Rogers ourselves.
Do you want to kill Steve Rogers? Do we even think it is?
I don't really want to kill Steve Rogers, but I don't think it's the real Steve Rogers. And even if it is, he'll come back in like a year or two, healed and better.
And there's that other Steve Rogers with the ragged military uniform and scruffy beard. That could be the real Steve Rogers.
That's true too. That could be. Or we could just get a phone book. Well, they don't have phone books anymore. We could just get online and look up everybody named Steve Rogers and go hunt them down, Terminator style.
I got my Model T 101 over here.
Okay.
Sarah Connor, Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. By all means, you could do that. Also, on top of that, Megan, you feel that you guys are all being watched. The X-Men leave. They all go their own way. I'm going to get really funky here. And Prestige comes by, and she lightly brushes her hand against your hand, Doug, while looking down. So there's a little bit of that angst going on there, a little something going on. And she leaves also. You don't see the whole Phoenix Wings as she leaves, but you do see her, leaving. Also, in the latest issue of X-Men Gold, she goes full Omega level. So I just put that review up this morning at like 4:45. So,
well, I would probably think in my mind, like, look, if you need me, just reach out and I'll do my best to get there.
You feel a smile.
Oh,
as she leaves.
I like that. Cool.
So, I'm usually pretty good with that stuff. Okay, so that happens. Everybody's pretty much going their separate ways to do whatever. You guys are more than welcome with the way that you fought to join the underground for now. What do you call it? Ant-Man and Hercules, Quicksilver, and Mockingbird Barbara Morse, one of my favorite characters in the comics, way back in the day.
Mhm.
They decide that they're going to go and try and recruit Sam Wilson, Captain America, the former Falcon. They need him because of what he knows to try and go down and get out of the United States of Hydra so that they could try and get one of the Cosmic Cube fragments and start actually collecting. So that's what's going to happen there.
And we got a defected Hydra agent. If he, I mean, he's just a grunt, but if he knows anything,
It can
he might
pause
be-
and bring him back. That's not actually how the Cosmic Cube works, but nice one, Marvel. Hank Pym or Scott Lang? It is Scott Lang. Currently, Zerif Gaming, good question. Take 10 karma for that. Currently, Scott Lang is the Ant-Man of the Marvel Universe. Hank Pym is actually merged with Ultron.
Oh,
great.
boy, he can
Yeah.
really slap women around now.
You know, Mr. Fantastic hit the Invisible Woman once before, and he didn't get any flack for that.
Well,
You know, why
Batman
does Hank Pym
slapped
get
Robin.
all the flack for that? Actually, in Secret Empire 4, that is addressed, and it's addressed really well. It's really,
Oh, yeah?
really well. Like, he's actually one of my favorite characters. Is Hank Pym. I just, way back in the day, I loved his character and the science that he brings to things. He is considered the scientist supreme in the Marvel Universe
Is that an AIM thing?
by eternity. No, by eternity.
Oh,
He's
isn't there an
considered
AIM
the,
scientist supreme?
yes, they always do their scientist supreme, but eternity science supreme. You have eternity picked 4 people. Tony Stark is the engineer supreme. Reed Richards, who is technically smarter than Hank Pym, is considered the explorer supreme. Doctor Strange is the sorcerer supreme, and then you have the scientist supreme, which is
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Henry Pym. Yeah, he actually got to meet Eternity one-on-one in the Macroverse,
Wow.
and it was a cool thing. Eternity actually punched him in the face. One of the few times that he actually got physical. It's a really beautiful scene. So, anyways, bang. That's where we stand so far. So, on top of that, sorry, Megan, you feel that you are all being watched.
Can I trace that back to the source?
Yes,
It's
straight
Stanley.
up.
Okay, I look up.
Yeah. You're not there yet, but you know that it's associated with that beam of light.
It's a sword of Damocles. It is Kang. Oh, I just wanted to throw out also a fun fact. Outside of America, Miles Morales is known as Kilometers Morales. Just kidding.
Is that with the
I think
the
I think he
Royale
should
with
lose.
cheese?
Yeah,
I think he should lose karma points for that.
that's fine.
No, Eternity punches you in the face too.
Literally slapped by reality.
Yes. By life incarnate,
Yeah.
existence
Yeah.
incarnate. Oh man. Okay, so that's the feeling that you get. Now, I assume that you relate that. There are basically 3 de facto leaders for this Avengers Underground movement. One of them is Black Widow, but she decides to hearken out on her own. But some of the champions and others do follow along also. Kyle, unbelievable. So what do you call it? So Black Widow leaves. What you call it? They want for Captain America. He's not Captain America anymore, but he doesn't actually have a name. He's just Sam Wilson. For Sam Wilson to be a leader, but he refuses to at this point. He's out of it. He's as reluctant gets. He's basically more reluctant than Tannis Half Elven to be a leader at this point.
Wow.
Wow.
What do you call it? So Clint Barton, Hawkeye, is one of the leaders. And the go-to guy, who is the most de facto of the de facto leaders, is drunk AI Tony Stark. Tony Stark is dead in this particular timeline, but he made an AI of himself because he's the epitome of narcissist. He's the narcissist supreme, and he made an artificial intelligence of himself off of his direct brainwaves. And since he is a drunk, that came into effect also. So he's always tipsy at the very least. So, yeah, you never know what's going to come out of his AI mouth. Thank him as my guy. He doesn't actually hit Jen. Exactly. Exactly, when you look at it that way. But they were told to draw with extremes, so it became a hit, and they went with it. So extra 10 karma points. No, take 15 karma points for that. No, I think that's the Infinity Gauntlet. No, with Cosmic Cube and the Infinity Gauntlet, you could both do anything. Cosmic Cube is considered just a little bit more important because the Cosmic Cube works in other realities as well. The Infinity Gauntlet only works in our universe. There's an Infinity Gauntlet and gems for each different universe.
So it sounds like, thinking about this, it sounds like the issue with the Cosmic Cube could be why we're here. Or related.
It could very well be. It is around that same time frame. Take 10 for outside the box thinking, which I love, or outside of the cube thinking in this particular regard.
Nice.
How much?
10.
Okay.
That's a free power stunt right there for you.
All right.
So I wonder if there's anything like, I wonder if one of those shards is around where we popped into this reality, or it's in one of us or something. Is there anybody that would be able to sense that?
Megan would probably sense that, and she does not.
I tell him that.
She says, no, that's a stupid idea.
Just thinking out
Megan
loud.
got a little tipsy herself.
Well, let's think. I could try it, but I don't know what detection would. I'm not sure.
Like we were just kind of popped in the middle of the street originally,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, at this particular junction, they do not have any shards of the Cosmic Cube, so you don't even have something to go on.
Okay.
If you did, then yes, you could, but you don't, so you shan't.
I don't know. Typically, when there are shards of things in me, it hurts. So I'm feeling okay right now.
Oh man,
We could cut Kyle open to find out.
just to be sure, or maybe he mistaken it for a shart. You never know.
Oh no.
He Cosmic Cube sharded in his pants.
Oh no.
Oh man.
We went there.
Boo. Boo.
I like poop humor. Sorry.
It's all-
Okay, what are we doing? What's
Yeah. Let's get
what
into
is our plan of action here? Because I told you guys what I want to do.
What?
I'm still for that. Shutting down the connection to DC.
That sounds good.
That's at least a start on something.
Divide and conquer. Let's go.
Should we go to the source? Because that way, if they, whatever they have, like these things all over the place, they wouldn't be able to communicate. Is that what the plan is?
Cut them off, take off this particular squadron, and then we can figure out where to go from there.
Okay. And Kyle, you got here late, so you have to do whatever we say.
Okay.
Go get donuts.
Go to Wawa.
God, I'm so hungry right now. I ate breakfast, so I didn't eat lunch. So now I'm like really hungry. Got to eat something. It's always one or the other for me. Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. So knowing that Black Widow is going to DC for an underground thing, you guys are going to try and go specifically to cut out communications. Do you have a plan for permanently shutting down the communications, or what?
It depends on what the communications are and how they're projecting them. I need more information, so I need to get closer.
Doug, bladder control, Monster 75. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, you will have to get a whole lot closer, or no, they don't have any teleporters with the. Oh, actually, and also on top of that, teleportation, dimension travel teleportation has actually been shut down because of the Earth defense shield. That's something else that's pretty impressive. There's actually a defense shield that has been placed around the Earth because there is a huge Chitauri invasion. If you don't know who the Chitauri is, think of the first Avengers movie. Those things that attacked New York City in the incident, those things are, yes. Okay, I'm going to give this to you because Megan has cosmic awareness. Steve Rogers located a queen. She located one of the Chitauri queens. The Chitauri have been without a queen for a very long time. So he actually made some pods with several queens of the Chitauri inside, inert. But the Chitauri still detect it, the cosmic smell, so to speak. And that's why they're in droves and waves. If anybody remembers the Annihilation Wave, it was nothing compared to this. Wave after wave of Chitauri just flinging themselves at the shield, attacking anybody who is coming after them, including Carol Danvers and the Alpha Flight space station that is out in space, unable to get back in safely. Quasar was eaten. Hyperion was hurt beyond belief. Adam Brashear, the Blue Marvel, was hurt beyond belief.
Wow.
Yeah, people aren't doing so good out there. But yeah,
Well,
and you guys realize that they're, because of Megan, they are located in Oklahoma currently.
well, if that beam came from the sky and there's a shield around the Earth, it can't be in orbit, and it's probably where those tanks came from, too, right? So we should probably try to get there.
She can't,
Try to find.
Megan, I'm talking like she's not here. Megan cannot detect outside of the shield, and she cannot detect anything inside of the shield.
Right.
Therefore, it has a way.
I was just kind of thinking if there was a shield around the planet, then if that beam came down, it couldn't have been from outside of that. So it must just be like up in the atmosphere.
Megan is able to detect the atmosphere, and she detects nothing inside the atmosphere. That beam definitely came from outside of the shell. Did the shell open a little bit to let the beam come in? Did it have a way to bypass?
I see. Well, why don't we pump that Hydra defector for information and see where these tanks deployed from?
Fraginator 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just grab a Fraginator. Like, yeah, where did the tanks come from? And we can go there. I mean, if there's probably some kind of signal broadcast thing there. What do you guys think?
If it gives us a direction to go in, we can figure it out from there.
Yeah.
Sorry, the last thing you said, I was just checking the chat really quick. What were you saying, Doug?
We were just saying we'd probably just pump Fraginator for information on where they came from with their tanks and go there. At least it's someplace to start.
They came from DC specifically. Now all of the helicarriers have been spread everywhere. But the helicarrier where the U.S. Avengers, is located, that is the only one over top of DC currently.
So did they fly all the way here from DC in the tanks?
No, the helicarriers brought them out. They were dispatched in other ships, and then like giant-sized versions of the Quinjets, and then called buses, and then the Quinjets released them. So.
So what you're saying is we have a direction to go, and that direction is up.
Well, there's several directions you go. You can go towards DC. You can go towards Oklahoma. You can go up. Try and figure out what's going on up there.
Well, I'd say either up or Oklahoma, since that's a lot closer.
In fact,
to
we can even get funky with it. You, Megan, you currently know that right now what nobody else knows. In fact, it was never revealed how they figured out. So I will say that retconning the comic books, Megan, you were the one who told the other superheroes that Hank Pym as Ultron, one of the most dangerous threats that we've ever known, was actually able to get past Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, and enter the Earth again right before the shield went up, the Earth Defense Shield, and he is currently in Antarctica.
Question. With my magnetic manipulation, can I lift one of these inert tanks?
You have Remarkable 30, so you can lift approximately 1 ton. If you strain it, you can lift Incredible 40, which would be 10 tons. So yes, if you get red feet roll, you can do that.
I can help you, Ty. What do you have in mind?
Well,
you two together, no problem.
Okay. What I was thinking is we all board into one of these tanks, and I use magnetic manipulation to basically fly us up to space.
If you think you can do that.
That's a cool idea.
No, as long as my power doesn't give out on me while, we're like a mile up or something.
I'll help you. Just tell me what you need me to do.
You guys can actually repair some of these things, and you can.
Yes, I am so down for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. You guys.
I got that skill set. Let's do this.
You guys can actually do. I mean, it's going to be a lot to repair one of these, but you can absolutely do that. Do a couple of adjustments, or just simply cast. What do you call it? Yeah, you could just use your powers to fly up there. But if you want to bypass the idea of always having to concentrate, you can actually just do gravity manipulation spell and put the spell on the thing, so it's always at 0 gravity, so that you know lighter than air.
Okay. Let me see. A gravity manipulation. Okay, I will do that.
Excuse me, gravity control actually would be. So, yeah,
Okay. Gravity control.
done.
Okay.
Cool.
And
Do any
I
of
don't know
the
quite
other
all the
heroes
stunts,
wanna
the
come with
power
us?
stunts you can do with that. At one point, Ty, you could even be really silly and just make a miniature singularity.
Not
It's like,
yet.
oh, look, a dime-sized black hole. Here you go.
Do any of the non-mutant heroes want to come with us?
No, they literally every single one of them has a task to do. It's
Okay.
already established in the comics.
Well, then this is our task, guys.
We got this.
Okay.
We're 4 nerds by nerds, and we're all nerds. So let's go do it.
Excelsior.
Is that the group name?
I just assume Nerdarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell the people
Shout.
that you can call us Nerdarchy.
Yes.
Excelsior key.
Yeah, we've got to make it have an X in there somehow.
Yeah, and I'll give it a disclaimer. I'm not talking
Silence.
about the mildly
Yeah, that's
successful
just
YouTube channel on your planet.
Okay.
Okay, so
Nerdarks. Get 90
Gravity
with it.
Gravity
Nerd
manipulation
Nerd
is.
X.
Oh yeah.
Go on. Sorry, Ty.
Gravity manipulation it is, and then I'll use my magnetic manipulation to help Megan work on get this tank up and running again, and I'm sure Doug will help too,
And
But I guess-
Fraginator.
and Fraginator, and then we'll all board, and I'll lift us up into the sky.
Okay, nice. Okay, done. So so Fraginator 1 and 2, both halves of him. They can actually pilot. If you're still in the chat, buddy, you are technically a part of this. So,
Yeah, he has karma and everything, man.
Just evaporate. Yes, you're right. Marvel X, you and me got to talk science one of these days. Yes, it would. That's why we're not really worried about the LHC, the Large Hadron Collider.
While Megan is working on this thing, though, I'm going to ask her, maybe we ought to disconnect the self-destruct button. I'm not really sure. I don't
Oh,
100%.
absolutely.
Well, you
Yeah, I
know,
don't know.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah,
guys,
you
I
know,
like
before
the
we-
self-destruct button.
yeah, we
Well,
might be able
before-
to blow up a base with this thing.
Yeah, but before
And-
we let the ex-Hydra guys at the controls, just in case.
Disconnect the self-destruct, and if there's anything else that I can do to like maybe help stop Hydra from getting control of the tank back, like if there's any fail-safe I could work in, like I want to do that, but I'm not gonna like limited amount of time here. I'm just saying, like if it happens to come up.
You can absolutely work in whatever failsafe you would like. You can make it optic. You can make it DNA based. You can make it only. a
Oh, it's
mutant can
electricity
operate it.
based so that Doug can do the thing.
I will do the thing.
Okay, done.
I need to.
But I wanted the trigger.
Oh man,
It'll be word-based. Stay nerdy.
Yeah, there you go.
nice.
And then big explosion.
Okay, so you guys deserve karma for this big battle and for inspiring the guys. So I'm going to give you guys, let's say, Kyle. Kyle does not get that. Kyle
Yes,
sucks.
I'm totally here.
Kyle is late. So
He was unconscious the whole time.
the other three, yeah, right. I'm going to say 250 sounds fair for the inspiration and for this victory.
Pyrrhic victory.
I'm really hoping like we're going to get up there and like Peter Quill and gang are going to be around.
The legendary outlaw.
Yes.
We are flying a tank. That's what's happening right now.
A Hydra.
Yes.
Flying a Hydra tank, a modified shield Hydra tank,
Yeah, it's got tentacles.
War of the Worlds and everything.
Weapons.
So you guys are ready for the next hentai convention.
Oh no.
How much karma for a permanent power? A brand new permanent power, Kyle, is 3,000 karma. Yeah. So,
So,
it's
you
a
better
lot
get
of
out
money.
your guidebook to the Marvel Universe. Start studying now.
I don't
Um,
have that, but I do have a bit of an outdated Marvel encyclopedia.
There you go.
That'll
Nice.
help.
What are you looking for there, Kyle? Or you want to talk about it afterwards?
I think he's
Just
looking for.
curious. I have a pretty good amount, and I wanted to know at what point I could just stack something on there.
Okay. So let's see. You guys are able to get up high. You guys are able to get up to where the shield is, and you know that going too much closer will be extremely dangerous. So here's what happens. You guys are close enough now that you know that this is a satellite, a completely separate satellite that is actually cloaked. You guys have no way of detecting it except for cosmic awareness, which is Megan's realm. So literally, the sword base that's up in space, the former or the current alpha base that's up there, it's actually only about 600 miles away from it. It can't detect it, but this thing is in a geosynchronous orbit over top of LV, Las Vegas, and it is apparently also mobile. You can tell that it is able to move on its own cognizance. You know that it notices you, that it's actually looking at you. You are being watched, but it doesn't know that you're watching it, or at least no alarms are sounding.
All
But
right.
you know that it is manned. It is manned by people. You can't see inside necessarily. You just know there are life forms inside. You can also tell that that they are in direct communications with a building in chat. Give me something. Give me a city. I wasn't expecting you guys to get this far.
Oh,
I literally took 0 notes for this mission.
that's how good we are.
Chat, it's up to you. I know some of you guys are on delay, but
Yeah, I
several
think it's
people
good.
who can give me a city. First one gets it. And I will also give you 30 karma points. The first person who mentions a city anywhere in the world.
There we go. Oh, that's Kyle.
Saskatchewan. Okay. Oh, Kyle.
Kyle.
Thank you.
Oakland. There we go. Seraph Gaming has Oakland.
Done. Oakland. Okay, cool. So Oakland, Zerif Gaming, take 30 karma points.
Go Raiders.
Jeremiah, take 15, even though we're not going to use it. You tried. So,
All right.
close second. So, Oakland. So Rangers capital. So, a building in Oakland. You
All
said
right.
you know that that's where they're in direct communications with.
All right. What all is this thing attached to? Like, is it all just running through that building then in Oakland? Like, is that the center point, or is the satellite itself the center point?
A center point of what?
Like the communications that we're trying to shut down here.
Oh, equal on both sides. Oh, and the communication that if you're trying to shut down communications, that's literally communications between just these two. That communication does not seem to go towards any place else. They're literally communicating with each other.
And
Well,
the
what do you guys
tanks,
think?
right? Because that's what we came here to do.
Well, I can move us in the direction of this thing, but I got a feeling the second we make any kind of move towards them, they're going to blast us out of the sky.
Yeah, it would probably be wiser to check out this, probably some sort of relay station on the ground.
Absolutely handle it on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are going.
Can I
towards
try to
Oakland?
use my electromagnetic powers to shield the tank from detection, so they wouldn't know that we were going towards that building in Oakland?
Megan knows that you could do that. You can absolutely do that. Here's the thing. They've also got eyes on.
Can I use image generation to basically
Like bend
give
the
us
light?
like a cloaking device?
You can absolutely use a form of invisibility. Why not?
Can I get
This is going to be
into
considered a power stunt within a power stunt.
Or can I just cast invisibility?
Well, it would pretty much be the exact same thing. You're
he's-
either making an illusion of the ground directly underneath you,
Yeah.
or you could just, or you're making the illusion that, or you're casting invisibility, meaning they're actually seeing right through you. So, literally, it's up to you.
All right.
Well,
Either
tell me how
either one
much
is gonna-
karma. Tell me how much karma it would cost.
Oh, 100 karma, and boom, it's yours.
Okay, done.
And then I would like to shield us from like electronic and other kind of detection.
Okay.
So, I can do
So
the visual
So,
part of it.
Ty, really quick, you could just take full-fledged invisibility if you want. It's just a part of your illusion. So you can
Okay.
cast invisibility on yourself or others or anything up to 40 feet in a 40-foot cube.
okay. Since
So, Megan?
Doug is working on the electrical sensors and relays and things, is it possible for me to get into the tank and like help build something to like facilitate him doing that so that it's not as hard on him to keep it going?
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Cool, I'm
Uh,
gonna do that.
Okay. What's up, buddy? We'll get
I
you a
feel so
lightning toy
useless
later.
right
You're
now.
supposed to be taking a nap.
If you guys need darkness on your man.
My son can't find his Lightning McQueen toy, or he can't reach it under the couch. Oh, man. Okay, so
We're heading to Oakland then?
Sounds like it.
Okay. We're shielded and invisible.
okay, so I'm gonna bring this towards wrap up. Time to
Okay.
grab a sword. No, I'm not wrapping this up. I'm gonna bring this towards a wrap up, and here's how I'm gonna do it. You guys are able to go there, and you're able to land. When you land, you guys are going to have to obviously come out. How do you choose to come out? Oh, by the way, I'm not familiar with the way that Oakland looks. So I'm going to just say it's a 12-story tall building. What, you got something for me, Doug?
Yeah, I was gonna say I totally got this. Star Trek 4. We'll land it in a park, keep the cloaking thing up, and exit the ship.
Okay. Ty,
Okay.
if
If we
you want,
can-
you can cast invisibility on everybody.
And then we'll
Yeah.
make some invisible aluminum.
I was about to say if we can go quiet as long as possible, that would be great. Kyle.
Okay.
I promise to
He's
try.
stealthy. It's all dark and mysterious.
Stealthy is not
Can
what
I
I would
cast-
call Kyle at all.
I could cast sound manipulation and make us all quiet.
There you go.
I feel like he's gonna center that on me.
So yeah, we'll do a cloaked landing, and then stealthily. I'm sure we wouldn't land it right next to that building we're heading for, right?
Probably not.
Thank you.
I mean, close enough, but not like.
Also,
like
I won't penalize Doug for mentioning Star Trek since he didn't
Hey,
make one of the oddly numbered ones.
that's a good movie. Star Trek
okay.
4: Voyage Home.
Star Trek movie.
One of the
The
even
best.
ones, but it's fine.
Yeah.
The odd number ones are the ones that we're not allowed to mention.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Which I like Search for Spock, but whatever.
I like them all to some extent. I was about to throw out a double dumbass on you.
Huh?
That's from Star Trek 4 when he's like, "Well, double dumbass on you."
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Trek
I remember
dumbass.
that.
Oh yeah.
I like when he had the new kidney pill for that
Yeah,
old woman. That was great.
Metaphor.
So actually, I think that was one of my first actual clues that I liked science. So what do you call it? Okay, what do we have here? You guys are able to get out. Okay, so you see a 12-story building, which is and there is a huge satellite dish on top.
Mm.
And it is focused towards where it is focused towards the satellite itself.
And I say, guys, we can either go in the front door and fight our way up, or start at the top and then probably have to fight everything at once. What do you think?
Top.
Yeah,
bring
if
it
we
on.
go to the top, it's figure out where the doors are and maybe we can bottleneck them.
Yeah.
Well, all we're really trying to do here is shut down communication, right?
Yes, absolutely. But if communication suddenly goes dark, they're gonna know somebody's jacking with them.
And also,
Well-
we all have the awesome power of meta knowledge, so there's going to be more than we're thinking in there.
Well, yeah. But I was thinking, could we just kind of swing by with the tank and accidentally, quote unquote, fly into the radar dish and knock it off?
Oh,
They'll just fix it.
There might be innocent people in there too. That might get hurt.
Hey,
Although,
Jeremiah, if you look in the Marvel database at contributors, I'm number 92 out of 3,000 plus.
One karma point for you.
I'm going to say, what do you call it? 3,000 plus minus 92 for me.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
a top 100 contributor, damn it. I'm awesome in there. Okay, so
I guess we're going to land like a quarter mile away or something and head in invisibly and see what we got to do.
Okay, so you want to start from the bottom or the top or what?
I like the idea of the top. Just start with the goal and then see what happens from there.
Okay.
I
Ty,
hella need
you-
a cyber attack.
how is everybody getting up top?
Riding that magnetic wave, baby.
That's
Hop
another.
on board the magnetic train.
Okay, so this will be the second time you're using it, so another 100 karma.
Right?
Plus, you got to get in the red.
All right.
Or I could just teleport us up. I could probably only do it one at a time.
You
Let
would
me
be
use
doing
my
it one at a
power.
time. Ooh, and it would be an endurance. An endurance feat for each person to not get vertigo for 1 to 10 rounds.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna add 50 to my roll too. So
We'll try this way first.
got a 53, so it's 103.
Marvel X with the Drake comment.
So I got a 103 on my incredible, unless it was account shifted because of the different people,
No, no, no.
multiple people.
No, you can do up to. I think that the thing says 8 to 10 people. I don't
Oh.
remember, but yeah, 8 to 10 people sounds about
All
fair.
right, so yeah, hop on that magnetic,
So the next 3
electromagnetic
times
wave.
you do it, you only have to get in the yellow, and the next 5 times after that in the green. So
Okay, cool.
you're good. Or just spend the rest outside of game, and then
Yeah,
yeah, whatever, man.
I'll do it in game. It's funner that way.
Okay, so boom, you guys all ride the magnetic wave up, and just like, this is so cool, guys. And
Like
you
Magneto.
land on the top, and you are so lucky that you all went at the same time because there's somebody up there waiting for you. Literally,
Doctor?
one person. No, it's not Dr. Doom.
Is it
Dr. Doom is
Graviton?
actually a good guy right now. He's the infamous Iron Man.
Count Nefaria?
It is a guy in a full business suit, fairly thin. He's over 6 foot tall, and he is wearing a purple full mask over top of his head, like a hood that perfectly fits over top of his head. And just the eye slits are cut out, but they're not cut out. It's rather white, like a Spider-Man kind of thing. And he looks directly at you guys. He says, I saw which direction you guys were going in. And even though you took out most of my sensors, I was eventually able to compensate through the magic, pointing at Ty, and the inhuman abilities, pointing at Doug. He says, I'm really impressed with how far you guys have come.
You hear that,
Thank
guys?
you.
I didn't screw up this time.
It's
Kyle.
Zemo?
No.
Got a
And the
purple
only other
mask on
person with the
eyes.
purple hood would be the Rose, and no, it's not him either.
When you said purple at first, I thought you meant purple man. I'm like, well, we're screwed.
You're all fine.
Close your ears.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, if you
Well-
actually meant to shoot us down, you'd have something, prepped and waiting to do so. So you clearly got something to say. Let's talk.
Oh, no, I'm impressed with how far you've come, genuinely. Megan, you notice familiarity here. You
Bill,
notice-
is that you?
I'm just going to bring up the
Mr. Bill?
point. Unless he can see through it or knock it down or something, I never took our invisibility down.
Mhm.
But maybe he can see through that.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, he will actually say, you guys can, bring that down if you want. I am able to
No.
compensate.
Now, that's fine. You might be able to. Other things might not.
Oh, no, we're alone, I can assure you. So, you were told that you are the anomalies.
How do you know that?
I'm afraid that you... Come on. I've got a
Because you're
gigantic
Bill.
eye in the sky. You don't think I could see everything and everything? I know everything. I see everything. Geez, Megan over here uses a mutant power to do that. I use technology. It's so much more efficient, so much more reliable. You always know when something's broken and how to fix it. Megan,
is better.
do you know when you're a little askewed?
I mean, it's
So-
kind of hard to tell when your perception is off, to be fair.
So, what happened to your other crony?
He got hurt. Had an accident.
I had assumed he was with us, because we had the Hydra guy and he had Dave.
True, but no, David Bulwark. Bulwark is injured,
yeah.
and he's going to need at least one gaming session worth of heal time. So we'll see him on Monday.
Well, I would say that he was injured in a cowardly attack on innocent people that also injured innocent people in Las Vegas.
So yes, we know where he is.
Yes, you do know where he is, but he's not with you guys. So, your intentions here are what, pray tell?
Well, I thought you could see everything and knew everything.
Oh yeah, but I can't read your minds. Jeez.
Well,
Oh.
why? Okay, why would you think we came here?
Yeah. You tell me what's so important about this location.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm going to say
Yeah.
answers more than anything else.
Let's see this giant friggin' radar dish on the roof here, huh?
Sarcasm by Pi, noted.
We just like Oakland. We're going shopping.
And the fact that there's
I mean,
some
you joke,
significant
but I
person.
might actually be.
Yeah, where's the closest comic book store?
No,
I'm gonna
not like
figure out who
that.
this guy is.
I had an idea that I will talk to Bill about after the game.
Let's see. Marvel, purple masks. Okay, you're not Hawkeye.
It's just gonna come up with Purple Man. I already Googled it.
Oh, okay.
Marvel Purple.
Well, you don't feel anything yet. Then again, would you? If you're
Unless it's King. Oh, he has a blue mask though.
Well, okay. Well, let's put it this way. Since we showed up in this world, we've pretty much been attacked constantly, just about since we got here. We don't even really know why. We've got a few guesses, but maybe you can tell us.
Okay, so you do say that out loud. He says, you see, and tie with the nickel for good luck. A nice shiny one for you, buddy. He says, here's the thing. You guys think that you're the anomaly. You're not. You're actually something quite different. But you're going to have to figure that one out on your own. In the meantime, there is an anomaly, and you have to figure out what that anomaly is, because it's all related. Here's the funny thing about it. You're not going to live long enough. And suddenly there's an explosion of fire centered around this person. Everyone has to tell me how you get out. Megan, you literally feel the hairs on the back of your neck tingle right before it happens. Something about your perception.
Sorry, guys, but she's the lightest. I grab Megan and teleport back to the ship or back to the tank.
Plus, you don't want to deal with her mom. just
Yeah, no,
that too.
everything on
you
the
joke,
table.
but my mom is terrifying.
Yeah. She would be more frightening than any villain Marvel can come up with.
Noted. I might.
And I don't want it to sound bad. Her mom's also a very sweet person too, who I would do anything for. But.
That's cute. At the same time, I'm still going to contact her and see if she can't play a villain in this game. So,
God.
so
She'd do it too.
nice. So Ty and Megan are out. What about Doug and Kyle?
I would use my excellent body transformation to turn into like an electrical bolt and just zap away from the building. Maybe
Okay.
like through a antenna, like to another buildings.
Good.
And
That would
maybe
actually get you
I
a whole
really
lot
hope
faster
Kyle's got
climbing.
this because we just
Yeah.
straight abandoned him.
We all just leave Kyle behind.
He's got powers and stuff. He could
Well,
go to the
Kyle
Dark Force
would-
dimension.
I guess I'm going to evaporate into smoke. I do the one thing I can do.
See?
Nice. Fantastic. Okay, so yes, a lot of power explodes here, and this is fire. You're actually, those of you who are in the know with Johnny Storm, you know that this is equivalent to a Nova Flame.
Oh, that's
Excuse me. Ooh, sorry, guys.
going to be a large area.
Yes, 8 areas of full explosive force. Shift Z, 500 points of damage intensity. Yeah, even Kyle is winded out of this because although you're technically immune to physical attacks, this is still, all the oxygen has been removed from the area, everything. Like, you guys are hurt. And unlike a Johnny Storm, this guy doesn't seem to really have been affected too much.
Well, I'm guessing we don't have to worry about the radar dish now.
Radar dish is
blessings.
blackened. The radar dish is still fine, though.
Boy, I gotta switch to Comcast.
You know what? I'll even give it that, Megan, you're becoming more and more familiar with materials and knowing fantasy materials from real world materials don't mean anything, because by the time that you'd gotten this power, you were already in this fantasy universe. So the same element that Dave keeps in his pocket is the same element that this radar dish is made of. So good luck destroying it.
Man, who are these people?
Well, I mean, like, we don't. Like, aside from the fact that we're hurt and somewhere else right now, I wasn't really planning on destroying it anyway. I was planning on unhooking it and maybe taking it somewhere else, but that's fine. Like, we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
So, yeah, at this point, I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be fair, and I'm gonna end this campaign. Not this campaign. This mission right now. The fire burns off most of what this individual is wearing, including the mask. And yes, Megan, 30 karma points. It is me.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. The almighty railroad. Okay.
The railroad? It was railroaded?
No, I don't feel like that.
You guys didn't have to come this way.
Just such an... No, we didn't.
This was here. Whatever you guys wanted to go.
No, that's your supervillain name, Railroad.
Railroad.
That was what I was getting at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Mr. Cyber, but go on.
Oh, I was gonna say, it should just be the judge.
Okay. Wow,
Now that could mean a lot of things.
All right.
You know.
we thought it was that guy with the needly claw fingers.
No, you're thinking of
Cyber.
Cypher. Yeah,
No,
just
his name's
Cyber.
Cyber.
Just Cyber, not Mr. Cyber.
Right.
This was I purposely did that differently. Yes,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
this is Mr. Cyber that you guys were looking for.
Oh.
This is where the key happens. You got, like I said, you guys thought you were the anomaly. It's
Yeah.
a little bit more than that. You weren't the only like the cosmic cube was fractions. There were several fractions here. So
Okay.
You're not allowed to be a bad guy. You live in Canada now.
Yeah, you're supposed to be nice, eh?
oh
It's the most
man.
polite villain ever.
Yeah.
I made myself
It
a
was pretty
villain
polite.
I made myself a villain one other time in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign when I was DMing, simply because I said, you know what, I'm actually a fairly religious, even though I'm very scientific, I'm a fairly religious person also, and I figured, if we ended up in a realm where magic existed and there were no scientific explanations for anything, and there were multiple gods that actually could, perform powers, I think I would lose my mind, and I would say that all bets are off and just be as chaotic gets, and literally opportunistic. So that would quantify me as being a bad guy.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So that's right. Cypher didn't wear a mask. Anyway, so there we have it, and that's where we're going to end this. So I believe we have one final PSA.
Yep. One more time, we'll just troll the internet out there for the link in the description of the GoFundMe for Nerdarchy. They're heading out to LA in July 29th to be on GM Tips with Satine Phoenix and Geek and Sundry, and they're just looking to be able to pad the trip with chance to meet with fans, and it's just also expensive to get out there and stay out there. So if anybody can visit that GoFundMe link, and if you have any the ability to donate, that is awesome. Or if you could just share the link on social media just to spread the word about that GoFundMe, that would be awesome. And also check out the website for our Speak with Dead column, which is just starting weekly, where our resident necromancer will answer your questions with advice from beyond the grave. And I guess with that is another session of Marvel Superheroes.
Really quick, I do just want to throw in really quick that they this is literally like if anybody wants to know like a good fulcrum, this is a really important pivot point, I think, for Nerdarchy, because this is where they can meet Matt Mercer and make all those contacts that they need. So literally, like, just hotel space alone, I think, is going to be crucial for them to be able to stay just a little bit longer and press a little bit more flesh. So, like, literally, that is the main reason why I'm donating, because I know these guys aren't going to be sleeping at all.
Yeah, it's a really exciting year for Nerdarchy as a whole. Like the videos and the YouTube channel and just all the different opportunities coming down the pike, and heading to conventions and meeting with fans and industry people. So it's really exciting, and we definitely love all our fans and hope to make more. And with that, I guess we'll wrap it up. And until next time, everybody, stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.